Hey guys, what's up? Kyle here. I'm going to do a quick predictions of the Royal Rumble, 2015 Royal Rumble tonight. Um, I'm only going to do my predictions for the heavyweight title match and the Rumble match itself, because the rest of the undercard is weak, crappy. Who the hell booked it? Was it Teddy Theodore Long? Did Teddy Theodore Long book the undercard for Royal Rumble? I think so. That man is still in WWE and has some sort of influence in that company somewhere. Um, but as for I'm going to go with the heavyweight title match first. Um, to me, I think this match is probably has been built better, and I think has more intrigue than the Royal Rumble match itself. Kind of sad, but not really, because when was the last time we had a WWE Championship match that was just as interesting as the Rumble match itself at the Royal Rumble pay per view? Not that many. Um, But for the championship, we have John Cena versus Brock versus Rollins. Now, this match has a lot of things going on for it. Um, One, people speculated a face turn, from Brock Lesnar from this past Monday. People think Seth Rollins has a high chance of coming out of this thing as the champion because he has the Money in the Bank. He has that Money in the Bank briefcase, and his momentum has been pretty darn good, I would say. I think WWE, my personal opinion, I think they build him up pretty well to look like a threat for this match. And then thirdly, you have to figure out Sting. With Sting making an appearance, and maybe he may have have his hand in the cookie jar in this match to some capacity. So you have all these things going about. Um, However, in my opinion, I think Brock Lesnar needs to walk out of this thing WWE champion. I don't care what happens. I think Brock needs to go as champion. If their long term plan last year was for Brock to pick up the belt at SummerSlam and for him to drop it at WrestleMania, I think they need to stick to it. Because after Royal Rumble, we only have about 7.5 weeks until WrestleMania. Let him keep it. Let him keep it because he ain't gonna wrestle a WWE Fastlane pay per view, which I really don't think at this point now. Now that WWE has one pay per view, um, uh, one world title. I really don't see the point of having a pay per view between Rumble and Mania still, but whatever. So I think Brock Lesnar is gonna win. Is gonna win this. Now, as for the Royal Rumble match itself, um, a lot of people still think Roman Reigns is the chosen one to come out this thing, which I could see. And again, I made my predictions, 3 weeks ago, how I would book the main event for WrestleMania. And I still say to this day, I wouldn't mind if Roman won, even though I still don't think he's really quote unquote ready. But I wouldn't mind if he won. He still is one of my picks. My other two picks would be Daniel Bryan to win it. Well, Daniel Bryan's my number one pick, followed by Roman Reigns. My third pick, which is a long shot, would be Randy Orton. Now, these are my predictions. Now, those are my two predictions for these two matches, the championship match and the Rumble match. Now, I want to get a little bit further in detail into this. Let's kind of play a little what if. What if Randy Orton won the WWE? Won the Royal Rumble, to face Brock Lesnar for the title. Now, look at it this way. Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar is a feud I know for a fact quite a few fans, or a lot of fans really, have been wanting to see. I think that could be a good match, in my opinion. Brock versus Orton. You have Orton win the Rumble, face Lesnar, beat him for the title. After that, you still have Seth Rollins come in and cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase. Because at the end of the day, whether Randy Orton cost Seth Rollins his championship match at the Rumble, or if he was to win the Rumble, go to Mania, beat Lesnar, and Seth cashes in on Orton to win the belt at Mania, they have to do the Orton Seth Rollins feud. That thing has not been resolved. They have to do it. And I think it could be a pretty decent feud between those two. That's one thing. Second thing is, what if Seth Rollins does cash in? Cash in or walks out the Rumble as WWE Champion. What does that leave Brock Lesnar? Now, let's just say if Rollins does leave Rumble as champion, goes in Mania as champion, you can still have Orton win the Rumble, and you can have that match set up between Seth and Orton for the championship. But where does that leave Brock Lesnar? Because Brock Lesnar's last match is at WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar is an attraction, and you will want and you will need Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, whether he has the belt or not. Where does that leave Brock? My thought to that is they could do Roman Reigns. They could still do a Roman Reigns versus Brock. Roman gets the rub and the big, win over Brock Lesnar. Gets his WrestleMania moment. Even though he's not champ, but he still gets that push and that rub from beating a guy like Brock. So, these are just kind of like my little fantasy booking on the side note. So, along with, my predictions of the Royal Rumble match or the Royal Rumble pay-per-view tonight. Like I said again, on the sour note, the only sour thing about it would be, Orton would be the third superstar, in a row to win a Royal Rumble for a second time. Last year, it was Batista. Year before that, it was John Cena. That would be the only sour note. But it would make up for it because if Brock walks out as champion, you could have Orton win, Orton face Brock at Mania, Orton wins, so you have a fresh new match type at WrestleMania, and you can have Seth cash in on Randy Orton at WrestleMania, and you can pick up where those two left off in that feud. Or you could have Seth Rollins win the championship at Royal Rumble. Orton still wins the Rumble match. Those two headline WrestleMania, and I'll have Seth still go over even at WrestleMania. I had Seth go over. That will leave Brock open, and you could do Brock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Just saying. So right there, you have if Seth walks out of Rumble with the title, you have two main event matches pretty much right there at WrestleMania. Brock versus Roman, Orton versus Seth. So you guys give me your thoughts on my predictions, my ideas kind of moving forward a little bit past WrestleMania. What do you guys think? I want your thoughts in the box below. Comment, subscribe. Peace.